Again, if you have any question, you ask, and based on your results, let me go through this one. Again, raise your hand who familiar, who confident, not familiar, who confident with Desmos. Really confident, which is good, good. Who has no idea about Desmos? 50-50. Okay, good. So let me start from number, I see number 9. What we have in number 9? Number 9, we have these dots. Okay, we have two graphs, dot plots, right? We state and correctly compare the mean and standard deviation. Mean is average. Okay, if you look at this and you count, mean would be the same, local or multiple choice. And multiple choices and standard deviation. Actually, we have special course SAS for statistics. You don't need this. In this level, the more data spread from the middle, the bigger standard deviation. And look at this. In this case, data at the ends here 1 and this is 4. So definitely the answer is D. The standard deviation of data set Y is larger this data set. The standard deviation of data set X is straightforward. Okay, good. Let me go through this one. Number 17. Number 17, you see this is, yes, number 17. They're supposed to be shaded. And let me use a pen. And this is shaded. This part. Okay. So what we know this circumference equals 12 pi. I use this Microsoft Word. Circumference, which is 2 pi r, and this said this equals to, what is it? 12 pi. 12 pi. This is given 12 pi. So you can easily find radius. If you divide both part by 2 pi, cancel, 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 and radius equals to 6. Good. In addition, we have the shaded area. Shaded area is 3 pi. And you know area shaded when you have radian. Area of sector equals 1/2 r squared theta. This is formula when angle in radian. And this equals to 3 pi. So in this case, I can easily find what radius, right? Multiplying two parts by, I can find this angle theta. How? Multiply both parts by 2 over r squared. So these 2 and 2 cancel out. R squared cancel out. I get what? Theta equals 3 times 2, which is 6. And since r equals to 6, 6 to the second, and everything multiplied by 5. So cancel out this, and I get pi over 6. What is it? It is my theta. Now, step number 1, step number 2, step number 3. Angle x, or we can write arc, and this central angle. Central angle equals, what is it? X m my z. Is together with angle I found, the supplementary, equals to pi minus pi over 6. Everybody following the, so this angle, from pi I subtract this theta. And this would be what? 5 pi over 6. This angle, and this equals arc. Why? Because central angle equals to intercepted arc. But arc, you know this formula, length of arc equals to r theta, the second formula. And this equals r equals to 6. And theta is, in this case, 5 pi over 6. Cancel, cancel. And this equals to 5 pi. And the very last step, step number 4, they ask you how many times length xw compared to, they compare xz. So xz to xw. Xz I just found is 5 pi. And angle theta, okay, it, you have to divide by pi over 6. This would be 5 pi over 6. This one, right? You divide by pi over 6 is the same like multiply reciprocally. 5 pi over 6 multiplied by 6 over pi. Cancel, 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 cancel. This is fine. Okay. Any questions? No questions. Okay. So all questions easy, only some of them is less time consuming. Next. based on your homework. It was 17. Mhm. One more thing. It's about to save time. For instance, number 15. In number 15, what we have here? It's easy question because you have to find slope, and after that you can find x-intercept. Who would like to know how to solve it without this stuff, just using Desmos? Faster. Okay, where to? This pen not compatible with this platform. Maybe in future they may be compatible, but look at this, 15. Let me use this pen. You see h of 3 equals to 15. Let me make a table. So this is x, and this is y. I represent it more convenient way. When x equals to 3, y equals to 15. When x equals to -2, y equals to -5. Only one thing, let me name it not x, x1 and y1. Okay. And they ask you what the x-intercept. Usually what you do, you use formula m y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Find this one. After that, y equal mx plus b, you find b, and wasting time. How to do it faster? But then you have this graph. Put more. Okay. Practice with me. Plus table. Incorporate with data. This table. Exactly the same. So this is 3. This is 15. This is -2. And this is -5. If I did everything correctly, right? -5. Well, now you have to find a relationship between this, right? How to find a relationship? Type here y, y1 actually. After that, on the top left, you have a button with under escape, this button. So make tilde, shift, and this next button on the top after escape, you have tilde. And this tilde, they said this is linear relationship. Write down mx 1 plus b. And instantly system gives you what? M and B, and you have this line. Okay. And the question is, what is x-intercept? this x-intercept. X-intercept is negative 0.75, which is negative 3/4 seconds. So again, all question easy. Yes, I will. Who understand this 100%? 100. Jasmine, Andy, if you have question, ask me. So save time, but very important that you're supposed to know. It's not substitution of knowledge, it's just helpers for knowledge. I go back, I skip some questions student asked me. Okay, how to delete fast? Press this one, delete all. And how this my platform, I delete everything. Now I want to return to number 7, something else. Where is 7? So I need this one. Okay. Seven. X minus y equals to 5. And xy equals to 10. Find x squared plus y squared. So what you're supposed to do in this case? Take this value. I only put different color. And put both part to the second part. Okay. According to a bridged formula, expanded form, we have x squared minus 2xy plus y squared equals to 25. But xy equals to 10. So this guy is 10. So negative 2 times 10 is negative 20. So plus 20 and plus 20. Right? Bring down x squared. This you cancel out. Plus y squared equals to 45. And this will be us. Okay. Who understand this 100%? 100%. It's typical question. Andy, participate here. Thank you. Again, don't be shy. If you have a question, just you're going to put it back. The next question. By the way, one student asked number, he made mistake in this one, number 6. So length of diagonal of square. I just give a hint for this. You know that if you have a square, so if you have a square, number 6, angle of this, and you have diagonal, this diagonal. And area of square equals 1 over 2 diagonal to the second power without any Pythagorean, just plug in. In our case is 1 over 2 times 10 square root of 2 to the second power. 2 square root of 2 to second is 2. 2 and 2 cancel out. And what you have? 100. So far so good. So practically, if you understand foundation and know technique, you can solve this for much faster. Okay, good. So the next one is, it was 15, right? To look into your questions. Before going through 15, when you have for 13 with Desmos. 13 with Desmos. Anybody? You know how to do this. Raise your hand if you know how to do this with Desmos. Without this, you know, it's negative b divided by 2a. Okay. When you have 13 with Desmos. Anybody? Oleg, you need help? Just raise hand again, because I don't know. It's you raising or not. You know this, right? Just type it. It's it. Sometimes students, I forget to tell you, when you have example like 13 and big numbers and you have to find this vertex, good idea to make preliminary for Desmos factorization. Put 3 in front of, I'm talking about number 13, put 3 in front of parentheses. And in this case, it would be more convenient to find your answer. Okay, good. So make preliminary factorization for Desmos. Looking for another one. Okay, number 18. 18, where is 18? Here it is. So when you have many questions, you can solve like in combination with Desmos. Okay. Number 18, you have this data. In many cases, it's more convenient to operate is for number 18, right? So what we have? Ticket price is 50. We have adult and poor child. What they said, ticket price is price for one ticket is 50 and 30. Okay, number of people. Number of people. Let's say X and Y. Or you can use, actually they have also what? You can use with one variable, two variables. I will show this with two variables. And what is it? Total value. It would be 50x's, and this is 30y. And in addition, the set number of people is 30. And you have a system, x plus y equals to 30. And 50x plus 30y equals 1260, right? Yes. So you can solve this system of equation or use Desmos. For instance, let me go this way. X plus y equals to, you can see this, 30 really, right? And in addition, you have what? 50x plus 31, and this equals to 1260. So you have these two graphs. Now let's see. Okay. And they ask you how many children you can see per given intersection. And for children, I believe I use y, right? So if I use y, it's about 18. 18 y, yes, and it's 18 12. 18 12. And for children, I use y, and y equals to 12. 12. And x for adult equals to 18. So instant guidance. The answer is B. By the way, who understand up to this point? So use combination of this faster. Faster. These tools will help you to save time. By the way, very similar question we had with number, I believe. Let me find this number. Just a sec. Yes, very similar. Let me delete all of them. And this is number 13. Okay. For this one, I will erase everything. About the restaurant. Okay. I can even write what is it? 14. We have new dishes. 150 dishes is quality, small dishes and light dishes. Let's do this. Small, exactly like I did a while ago. Small dishes and large dishes. And what we know about this? Cost of dough each. This is each. And this said small is 6 and large is 14. Number, like we did in previous problem. Number of dishes. Let's say X and Y. And this would be total value each, total. It would be 6x, and this is 14y. And you have some restriction, this inequality compared to previous. So this you cannot exceed $1,500. Okay. And this, they said at least, it means greater or equal than 150. So based on this, you can write two inequalities. So inequality number one, x plus y is greater or equals to 150. Inequality number two is 6x plus 14y is less or equals to 1500. So keep in mind these two inequalities. Let me type this here in decimals. So x plus y is supposed to be less or equal to what? Not less or equal, it's greater or equal. Greater equals to 150 dishes. And the second one is, I believe, 6x plus 14y supposed to be less or equal 1500. And now the question is, okay, what is the maximum number of large dishes? And large, for large we use y, right? So let's find the solution. What decrease? Okay. And this is intersection area, and large is y. Okay. And what is it? What we have here? Did it type correctly? 6x plus 14y less than 1500. X plus 5. Okay. And now, be precise here on this point of intersection. So the question is, okay, largest is the top value of these common areas is 75. So far so good. So a combination of Desmos and analytical save you time. Just type these two inequalities, that's it. Any questions so far? No questions. So let me delete this one. The next question was, let me see again. When you have word problem, in many cases use this matrix. It helps to organize the data. Okay. For instance, any questions so far for this? No questions. Please explain. So equation of line number 19. For number 19, you can solve also using Desmos. Without Desmos, you have to find this side. When x equals to 0, this is 18. And this side, when y equals to 0. And multiply this by this, divide by 2, area of triangle. But another way, you can type this in Desmos, this equation. In the graph, you see exactly this would be 18, and this another number. Multiplying the same Desmos two numbers. Okay. For number 20. Okay. We have a function. Okay. You can easily, what they ask you, x squared plus 5x minus 4. And they have point of intersections, right? Okay. So just type it. What we have? Negative. Not negative. X squared plus 5x minus 4. Or you can do even faster. You're not supposed to do here anything. It's already answered. Who knows how to solve it exactly in 1 second? Not 2 seconds, 1 second. Okay, good. You don't need anything. Look at these students. We have, oh, you make a little bit bigger for you. 1 second question. You have quadratic, you have trinomial, right? And you can apply Francois-Vieta theorem. If you have two roots, and they do have two roots, one has coordinate a is 0, and the second b is 0. It means one is a and second x is b. You know, according to Francois-Vieta theorem, product of two roots equals to this guy. And the sum of these roots equals to this value with opposite sign. Since they ask you the sum, it will be this value with negative sign, negative 5. You don't need this any decimal system. To understand 100%, 100. We need one more time explanation. Put the hands down. We need one time explanation. Again, according to Francois-Vieta theorem, if you have two roots, product then equals to this value without this. And the sum of these two roots equals the second coefficient with opposite sign. If this is 5, the answers must be negative 5. 1 second. Okay, number 21. Okay, what is it? Let's solve it. Y equals, what is it? X squared, x to the second, minus 16x, minus 16x. And what else? And plus k. Plus k. And this is value. Okay. Plus k. Okay. And y equals to negative 14. And y equals to negative 15. Okay. And let me increase this step. So it's positive. Let's see, put here 70, put bigger values. Let's say 0 here. And for instance, 0. And step 1. It's not here. Maybe 0. Not this line. Y equals to the said negative 15. And K, this increase from 0 to 7. You see it moving back and forth here. And obviously, you have to stop when you have one common point to pass. So it's around, I do it manually. Okay, they have one common point when K equals to 50. Straightforward. So far, so good? Any questions? You delete everything. It was what, 21, right? Now Fusion asks 23. In 23, the function decreases by 25 for every increase of value of x. 23. So what we have here, I use my Microsoft. So decrease by 25%. It means 23. It was 100 minus 25 becomes 75%, which is 0.75. Okay. And now P of x, you can write this exponential function usually have in form a times b to power x, kind of like this. But what we know in our case, b equals to 0.75. 0.75. Okay. To power x. And we know that P of 1, I just keep space and I use space. P of 1 equals to 30. It's equal. How about 30? This is actually 3 over 4. 75 is 3 over 4 to power x. If x equals to 1, it would be 3 over 4. What number is supposed to multiply by 3 over 4 to get 30? Only 40. Because after simplification, this is 30. So this is 40. When you have this exponential function, always consider this one, this format. To understand 100% of this. Good, good, good. Oleg, with me. Okay, let me read this one. Yes, my point, exactly, Andy. My point is, I prefer to do without Desmos. At the beginning of the lecture, I mentioned that without Desmos, you can do it much. It's better to solve without Desmos. But the question is, Desmos give you ability to solve a little bit faster. Because question is not, in this test, not complicated. It's question, bottleneck is time. So again, any question I did, you can ask, I explain you how to do without any Desmos. Definitely. Like this. Again, if you have any questions for this, if you have more time, for instance, this one, student. If given function, we variables represent g y equals to g of x minus 5. Okay. So let's do this in our 22. So better to do both ways. Because in future, if you know only Desmos is not good, you have to understand this conceptually. So you have g of x, this function, which is 3 times x plus 5 times x minus 1 times x minus 4. So you can go to school walking, but if you use bicycle, you can cover this distance a little bit faster. This is my point. And y equals g of x minus 5 equals 3 instead of x, x minus 5. X minus 5 plus 5 times x minus 5 minus 1 times x minus 5 minus 4 equals 3 cancel out times x. X minus 6 combine like that times x minus 9. And you want to build a table. This is x and this is y. Okay. Let's say when x, so far so good, equals to 0, all product equal to 0, y equals to 0. When x equals to 6, this guy becomes also 0, product equals to 0. So when x equals to 6, all product equals to 0. And finally, when this guy equals to 9, this becomes 0, and all product equals to 0. And this is 9, this is 0. If you look at this, this is class C. Okay. So far so good. Also typical questions. This test not bad, not difficult, not challenging, but if you consider time frames, so again. For number 14, there is system of inequalities. Easy. I will show this in a moment. I will show in a moment. So for system of inequality, definitely you better to use what? Desmos. But if you want to solve it analytically, I show how to do this. Let me answer a couple more questions. I return to number 14. Oh, I return number 14 right now. Okay. So some student asked about 14 without decimals. Again, what is it? I only have to find this out. Here it is. Well, remember in number 14, I used combination of decimals and I used combination of analytical and decimals. And if you remember, I can do it from scratch, but eventually I got, let me see what I get here. I don't have here. But we can do it mentally based on this, what we have, right? So you have large and small dishes. Number 14, analytically. Okay, for instance, this one. So you get what was X? Let's say X was small and Y is large. And this is supposed to be at least 150, greater equals to 150. Okay, and in addition, you have $6 for this one, for small, and $14 for large. And this you cannot exceed, what is it, $1,500. You have like this, right? And your question was, pretend you don't have decimals, how to solve this problem, right? Okay, so key thing for us, y equals to mx plus b, which you studied in 7th grade. Normalize it, minus x and minus x. And what you'll get? Cancel out, you have y greater or equals to negative x plus 150. Now normalize this one, minus 6x, regroup it. You get 14y, cancel out this one, right? I do not cancel out, just cross, not make it dirty. Negative 6x plus 1500. And divide the most part by 14. Cancel, cancel. And this you can simplify. I can write y less or equals to negative 3/7. I divide by 2 numerator denominator plus, and this also can simplify somehow, or divide by your calculator. Okay. Now I just show a technique, and you can do it by yourself. So let's start. Pretend I have Cartesian coordinates. Y equals to negative x. It goes this way. Not good. This way. There it is. Okay. Pretend negative x. It's 45 degrees, the second and the fourth quadrant. Okay, it's supposed to be, it's negative. Plus 150, it goes like this, parallel to itself. And this 150. And this is negative x. This is solid line, and you have to shade it above this kind of semicolon. So far, so good. Now, I take different color, and this y equals to negative 3/7x plus I have some numbers. It would be about, if I divide, it would be more than 100. I don't know, it would be some number. Divide these two numbers, right? We can do it precisely, but we have some numbers. Okay, some numbers. I don't know what is it. Let me be more specific. I take decimals to divide two numbers. What is it? 1500. 15. Only like calculator. And divide by 15. It's 107. Keep in mind, 107. And the second one, we had what? Let me see. 3/7. And 3 divided by 7. Okay. Equals 0.42. Let me put this way. I will write these two equations. Two inequalities, sorry. And this would be y less or equal negative 0.43 x plus 107. It's about, in 107 over there, it's 150, pretend. You have to make it, this is my 107. And negative 0.43, it would be a line, then you can deal when x equals to 0 is 107. And when, let's say, make it equals to 0, and x equals to 107 divided by 0.43. 107. I use like calculator, not like graphic. Divide by 0.43. And this is 248. And this number is 248. Pretend you do it in scale. And after that, you connect this and this. And remember, this one was blue, it's about. And this is less or equal, is below. And this area, which is common, intersection of this and this, you can get down. It's the same routine, only takes more time. Okay. Any questions with this? You understand this 100%? This is not just wasting time, because this system for inequality is Goga-Gaga inequality. Just make the graph. Keep in mind, if less or equal, you're supposed to have solid line. If it were less, this rules. If it less, line must be dashed. It means solution set not including this line. If it less than this, you shade it below. If it greater than this line, you shade it on the top. It's it. Just technique. Good. I believe I answered your question. If yes, raise your hand. Good, good, good. And now return to this one. So my request at home, when you do it home, always do both ways. Right? So first of all, analytically. And after that, plus for routine job, you can use also this. It's just combination of the ways. Or some question you can go straight ahead without any apply this decimus. Okay, so 24. What is 24? 24. So two ways how you can solve it. You choose specific points on this one on the graph, right? Or in this one. I don't know why they wrote 5. It's supposed to be 3. This point is 0, 3. And this point is 6, 0. Find slope. We have y-intercept. Okay. And let me do this problem together with you very fast. So what is strategy? You find slope, and perpendicular line is supposed to have slope which is negative reciprocal. But I have a question. Who can solve this problem using decimus? Just decimus, for instance. Okay. Would like to see how to use what they have. You pass it through points. Okay, who need explanation for this problem? This one. How to find slope by 2 points, you know everybody, right, about this. Nobody needs explanation, so let's skip. Nice. Next is this question. AB equals to 10. DE equals to 5. CD equals to 12. What value of sine of A? Sine of A. Okay, good. Sine of A, you can do it 2 different ways. First step number 1. If in this small triangle, right triangle, if this is 5, this is 12, this is 13. Pythagorean triples. Or you can use Pythagorean theorem to find this one. This is c to the second equals 5 to the second plus 12. Or straight away, this is 13. Second, this E, okay, and A are the same. How do you know? We study a theorem. Angles with mutually perpendicular lines are the same if both of them are acute or both of them are obtuse. Look at this. This side is perpendicular to this side by definition of right angle. And this side is perpendicular to this side by definition of right angle. I just proved that angle E equals to angle A. Angle A equals to angle E. And sine of A sine of A equals to sine of E, because both of them in the first quadrant, less than 90 degrees. Sine of E. And what is sine of E? Sine of E is opposite of this angle secatone to hypotenuse. Also a few second questions. Who understand this 100%? 100. 100. Good. So angle the same, sine the same. Okay, let me read everything. Next number. Okay, 27 few students. Let's do 27, very typical. Okay, are you this 27? In 27, what we have? Given, we have 30 students. Usually read this line by line. Girls, 2/3 of them. Off means multiplication. 2/3 of 30. 3 goes into 30 10 times, times 2, 20 girls. So far so good. Next line. So step number 3. Since we have 30 students, we can find number of boys. How? 30 students minus 20 girls, and boys you have 10 so far. Step number 4. Ratio student brown hair to without brown. So brown divided by total minus, this is total, minus brown. Because if I first subtract from total brown, I had without brown, right? Which is the same like brown and total, this is total. Divided by 30 minus brown. And they said this equals to what is it? So those is 201. So use cross multiplication. This one, 30 times 2 is 60, minus 2b from not to b equals to b plus 2b and plus 2b. I got 60, cancel out, equals to 3b. And this is brown, not boys, brown. If we divide by 3 both parts, I get brown equals to 20. This is brown. So step number 5. 2/5 of the boys have brown hair. Okay, boys brown. Uh, 2/5 of boys, but boys is 10. 5 goes into 10. 2 times 2 times 2 is 4. We have brown boys, 4. And brown total is 20. Is step number 6. If I found this is 20 brown, this is brown total, and I subtract 4 brown boys, this is boys, brown, I get 16 brown girls. Typical question, just do line by line, zero creativity. Who understand this? 100%, 100 for this, 100. Jasmine? Good. Let me erase this. So before I erase, you can ask any question. Even after erase, but better to before, because in this case I can cover more. So practically, in this part, I explain practically all of these questions where you made mistake and you had difficulties. If I miss anything from this part, tell me. I will return to this and explain. Any number, use microphone or type number. So very difficult not to get perfect score for this test. Very difficult. So the second part, module 2. Module 2. Let me see where you had difficulties. In module number 2. Well, students, I guess I want to ask you a question. How to find median? First of all, count how many we have over there overall. We have 14 numbers. And find two numbers in the middle. Two numbers in the middle. Add them up and divide by 2. Okay. Pretend you have the same question and number not arranged. And you have many numbers not arranged in order. Let's say the first goes 78, after that 50, they like scramble. Who knows how to do it fast? Who knows how to use Desmos for this? If numbers scramble, and many cases scramble. Who would like to know how to use Desmos for this one? Let me erase this one. This is straightforward. This is straightforward. This was it. Okay. So, normal. I'm going to use Desmos for this. Look at this. When you click Desmos, right? You have functions. And this very convenient. You have a lot of stuff, right? And you have statistics. You see? In these statistics, you have minimum, median. So you have median. Now let's say I have number, I just made up some numbers. I put big number, after that smaller number, after that bigger number, okay. Only I'm supposed to put commas. You see, system automatically change order and put this in the middle and give the answer. Use this function. All function, median, mean, whatever you have. Just how fast you type, immediately get the answer. Good function. Keep in mind. It saves you valuable time for, instead of doing like monkey, just classification, just do it 1 to 3. Okay, good. What value of y in solution of a given equation? You can do it, definitely it's simple trinomial, you factorize, you get this answer. Or you can type in Desmos, whatever. Number 8, system of equation. So look at this. I tried to use this not convenient pen, but this is pen. Always look at this problem. And they ask you to find x minus y. If you add them up, 5x minus 3x, it will be 2x's. Negative 6y plus 4y minus 2y. 4 plus 10 is 14. Divide everything by 2. This division. You get x minus y equals to 7. So I know I have seen students just use this. No, it's mental. You can do it mentally if you say. So when you have system equation, always look at this for a sec. So possible. Yes. Check your sound. You can do it preliminary. Check your sound. I'm not asking about sound. For instance, you have this one. Number 11, Desmos. Type it. Y. Let me this one. Make it smaller. Y equals absolute value of x minus 1 minus 1. Okay. And what is it? Plus 3. Plus 3. We have this one. What the and y equals to k. Yes, you ask it to find value of k. Y equals to k is a line with which is parallel to x-axis. When pretend this line goes like this, you see when k equals to 3, right? Or how to illustrate this, for instance. Look at this. If I try to type here y equals to k, this is not what I expect. I do this trick in Desmos. I just add another variable, let's say a. Okay. So Desmos is not perfect. And since I need only k, I will make a equals to 0. I can't have a. And now I can operate with the second parameter. Okay. Let's make it 0. So the second parameter. So when k equals to 3, it has only one solution. Keep in mind, sometimes you have to use tricks for Desmos. To understand this one, I show two different ways. Okay, good. The next one, inequality for Desmos. So again, how to solve this problem by build this graph. You know how to build graph transformation, absolute value, translate it 3 units up. And after this straightforward, this is supposed to be equals to 3 because line must be parallel to x-axis. Cancel out. So next one, 12. Again, for 12, y less than 0. And again, what is y less than 0? You can do it manually, right? Y less than 0. And the second one, so this semi-plane below of x-axis must be shaded. But keep in mind, it's not just shaded, it's dashed line, because solution set on this line not included. And 3x plus y is greater than 20. Okay. And 0.8y is solution. So let me move a little bit here. 8. This is 5. This is 10. 5, 6, 7, 8. So this point is solution, and this is overlapping two areas. So any number which is below this line, and what is it? It's about 8, right? So y is supposed to be less than, it's greater than -8, absolute value of this, right? If you look at this, is -1. -1 works or not? Again, look at this. When this is 8, and this -1, it belongs to this point. What? So far, so good? When you have -5, it's beyond of this. When you have -7, it's beyond of this. Okay, so this is just few sec problem. Okay, so far so good, students. Let me go to the next one. Okay. You can hear me? Who cannot hear me, students? Raise your hand. Who cannot hear me? Oleg, you cannot hear me? Put your hands down. Down, everybody. Who can hear me right now? Raise your hand. Michela? Michela, can you hear me? Jasmine? Jasmine? Andy, can you hear me? Interesting. Let's prep. Look at it. Here, image. He will send you the lecture. Then sound. Okay. Raise hand if you can hear me. Microphone does not work. Проверь, unmute, пожалуйста, Жасмин. We unmute again. Some glitches in Microsoft. Now, can you hear me, Jasmine? Yes. Andy, still you cannot hear me? Again, raise hand if you can hear me, Andy. We'll send you this lecture. Okay. And try to check your settings. In your computer right part, you have settings. And sometimes when you have few devices, speakers, right, you have to be sure the system, at least you can Google how to make setting for your output devices, because everybody can hear me. What about students from Europe? Can you hear me? Raise your hand. Yes, 4 students can hear me, even in Europe. Okay, put your hands down, students. We'll send you this lecture. Okay. Okay. So students, so far so good? Next, I will erase everything. And I give you a nice feature for this, even though this is easy, but it saves you time, number 13. Number 13. Look at this. Decimal can make you lazy, because what, instead of this, how you usually solve this 13? 70% is 0.7. 50% is 0.5. And you multiply these numbers. But in decimals, you can do different. Just type what we have. Look at this. System will do it for yourself. You write 70%. You see? Don't convert even. It's system do it for you. Of 50, just type percent. Of what? Of 600. And here it is. You have this answer. And you have answer. So this feature for percentage save you time. So as a result, you have just few seconds to do this. So far, so good. Next. Okay. Number 14. Let me see what we have in number 14. Number 14. So definitely, we already did video similar the question. Okay. Okay, how to solve this problem? You can find, plug in these values, right? Find equation of, find b, y-intercept. And after that, plug in f of 7. Who would like to know how to do this with decimals? This kind of questions. Because this is straightforward. With decimal, maybe not everybody knows this. Let me do this with decimals with you, okay? What we have? We have a function, this function. And let me do preliminary sum job for this. I use a pen, this number 14. And I have x and y. Actually, not just x and y, x1 and y1. When x equals to 3, y equals to 10. When x equals to 7, y I have no idea. Okay. This one. But what we know about this, we have this one, this guy. Okay. And according to this, my m, I know for sure m equals to 10. It's already. Now, let's do this for. I put a normal mode. And here, I use this information given plus table, incorporate with data. So this is 3, this is 10, this is 7, this I have no idea. Okay. Now, y1, like we did already today, and we did last time, and shift and tilde, and not mx, because m already equals to 10. Agree? So 10 x1, I get like this, and plus b, plus b. And the answer we have, we see in one shot, I already have b equals to -20. Based on this, I can easily write my equation of line y equals slope equals to 10, agree? 10x, and b equals to -20 minus 20. This one, right? And when x equals to 7, this x equals to 7. Actually, you can look on this graph. I don't need this. 7. Here it is. Okay. Here it is. See this common grade point? Y equals to 50. Okay. So when x equals to 7, y equals to 50. Why I did it? You see, it's one equation. In this problem, we have two unknowns. I don't know this question mark. I don't know b as well. But this linkage equation with tilde with smart m instantly give this equation, and you get the answer. So why we're doing this is just save your time on real test. Who understand this up to this point? 100%, 100, hands up, 100. Okay, good, good, good. Let me delete everything here. Delete all this, and I delete this one. Well, it was 16. Okay. 16. So this kind of question 17 is very easy because they ask you, look at this. They start in 2015 starting, and the 0 less than s less than 12. So if January 15 is starting point, it means this left border. So when left border this equals to 0, any value in parentheses to power 0 is 1. And my function becomes, when s equals to 0, this January 2015, my function becomes 12,000. The answer is D, the estimated number of downloads the artist has in January 2015. Straightforward. Okay, let's do this one. Number, what is it? Number 18. Okay, look at this. Imagine I use this pen, and this is H1. Or X, whatever you like. Okay, let me use X. More convenient, X. So, can you see these triangles are similar? You can easily prove why they're similar. Because this is common vertex. And these two parallel, these corresponding angles are the same. And you have A, angle, angle, angle. If triangles are similar, the sides are in proportion. And you can write. So far, so good. What we have here. This is side X, right? To this altitude to 21. Like this side to this side. And this is 1, this is 3. So 3x equals to 21. Okay, if you divide by 3, x equals to 7. So this side equals to 7. If this side equals to 7, this side must be 21 minus 7, which is 14. And after that, like you did in 5th grade, how to find area of trapezoid. Base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 multiplied by height. So area of this trapezoid equals 5 plus 15. This is 15. Divide by 2 and multiply by 15. 20 by 2 is 10. 10 times 14, 140. Okay, good. So far, so good? Good. This was what? Number 18. Number 18. Also, all of them not difficult. Number 20. Let me read all the stuff. And I put a little bit more. Okay. We have the triangles. I need for this Microsoft. Continue this pen. Okay, for number 20. And pretend for number 20 we have two triangles. Okay, and they name it this triangle XYZ, and corresponding is, what is it, RST. RST. What else? No, XY to RS equals to 5/4. Area of triangle XYZ, I will name it A1, equals to 50. A2 is question mark. What's the fastest way to solve it? Well, we had a theorem. I just remind the theorem. If two shapes are similar, then ratio of their areas A1 to A2 equal to square of linear ratio equals 5/2 to the second power. Again, if two shapes are similar, then ratio of their areas equals to square of linear ratio. A1 equals to 50 over A2. Or after taking to the second power, it would be 25/4 equals 50 over A2. So cross 25/2 equals 4 times 50. Divide by 25 this once. And this goes into this 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, and the answer is 8. Actually, look at this series. This is one line problem. Based on the theorem, if two shapes are similar, then the ratio of their areas equals to square of linear ratios. Very fast. So far, so good. To understand up to this point, everything students. Everything. Okay, let me read this everything here. I will delete this one. Okay, 21, we would use Desmos as well. You can do without Desmos, again, but it's a little bit more time. Who need 20? Who need help with 21? Raise your hand. 21. I will do this with you. Just type and see common area, intersection area. Oleg, you have a question or just raise your hand? You have a question, I explain. Again, who need for 21? 22. Let's do 22 with this one. Some student made mistake this one. Okay. And 22. What is it? What do we have here? 1/2. Make all this here. Okay. 1/2 x to the second minus 3x and plus 5. Okay. How many distinct real solutions does a given equation have? Solution, it means how many times this graph intersect x-axis. 0 solutions, and this graph is above of x-axis. So the answer is 0. No real solutions. So far so good. So I believe my request, even test not complicated, try to do everything both. Maximum use this Desmos. Some student made mistake and 23. Let's do 23 with you. Okay. In 23. 23. What do we have in 23? Here it is. In 23, you have rectangular garden. And this 30 feet. And this is 20 feet. And 1 meter is 3.281 feet. You need to get in square meters. So make proportion 30 feet and the feet is length or X, whatever you like. Okay. So length equals to 3281 length equal to 30 divided by 3.281 by 3.281. And the same way, this is my length. The same way my width equals to 20 divided by 3.281. To answer this question, what you're supposed to do, take a Desmos and multiply 30 formal way times 20, divide, because I multiply this by this, right? 30 times 20 and divide by this, multiply by this. And divide this by, what is it, 3.281 to the second power, right? Let me try to do this one. Because I need to multiply this by this. And this would be the answer. This would be the answer. So again, it helps you to calculate faster, nothing else. And use proport, don't do it mentally. Any questions? No questions. Okay, what else? Some should make mistake for, what is it, 24? What is 24? Let me find out. With the following equation represent a circle. And remember, canonic equation of circle is, I just remind you. I use this pen. No. It's few set question. Canonic equation of circle. Some of you send me decimal. You don't need decimals for this. Don't overuse this decimal because this is straightforward. This is 24. And this 24 I don't see this one. So you know equation of circle is x minus h to the second plus y minus k to the second equals to r squared. And for sure, if you look at this answer, the answer is B. Let me write this B. And you can check any of this. X minus 3 to the second plus y minus 6 to the second equal to 36. And what I said, it's intersect x-axis exactly at one point. If this is circle and this is one point over there, it means this radius, which is, by the way, what is radius? Radius equals to square root of 36, which is 6, right? And y coordinate also must be 6. If this y coordinate is 6 and radius 6, it has only one point, so the answer is B. Without, it's few seconds. Look at this. So far, so good. Or if you have no idea, just type it. Type equation, and you get this graph on your Desmos. But you don't need this. Don't ever use it. It's straightforward. Okay, good. Practically explain almost all most request questions for you. Okay, few should make mistake in 27 as well. What is 27? 27. Here it is. Okay, length is 15. This is 15. And I make it bigger. Bigger. And I put a pen, this pen. So screen help you to save time. What is 15? 15 is 3 times 5. What is 20? Is 4 times 5. So this side is supposed to be 5 times 5. Why? Because Pythagorean triples. Egyptian triangle, 3, 4, 5. So this side is 25. This is step number 1. You can apply Pythagorean theorem, but this is faster. So far, so good. What the length of BD? This side. This side. Let's say BD is X. Okay, good. Look at this again. Triangle ABC. Let's use normal pen. Triangle ABC, the big one, is similar to triangle ABD. Why are they similar? First of all, they have the same 90 degrees angle. It's given. Second, angle B is common angle. So as a result, the third angle are complementary. So AAA, they're similar. If they're similar, the size and proportion. Sometimes you make proportion mistake. I give you a hint how to, without anything, without proportion. Let's say in this small triangle, ABD, I have what? X and I have 15. Okay, X, if I write X over 15, what is it? It's cosine of angle B. Agree? What cosine of angle B? We don't need this, it's just to make nice proportion. It's adjacent to hypotenuse. But from another side, cosine of angle B, this angle, right? I can use this pen for this one, equals adjacent in big triangle to hypotenuse equals 15 in big triangle. I mean AB to hypotenuse BC to 25. Okay, we made this proportion, and after that, x times 25 equals to 15 times 15. Either use decimals or simplify this one, easy. Cancel out by 5. This is 3, this is 5. 5 goes into 15 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. 9. Water length of BD is 9. So again, it's not only one solution. You can have many different solutions for many questions, but I try to explain everything where you have difficulties. Your assignment, go over through this test again. Okay, go over through this test in details, and go to previous test. Use timer, stopwatch, and try to do it not on what they said, not amount of money, not amount of time they told you. Do it like 60% of time they recommend you. Do it faster. Develop your skill. Okay. Previous test. And this one, no restriction on time. Try to do it using different approach. Decimals, without decimals, especially develop analytical thinking skill. Let me give you homework. So this is a screen, this one. In camera, right? Can you see my whiteboard? Yes, you can. So what I recommend to give. So first of all, Andy tried to get this email by email, this lecture. By the way, who would like to see this lecture again? If you upload this part of this lecture on this YouTube or Facebook, raise your hand. Okay, you know what? Hold on. Upload this lecture. This is nice. Do it in parallel, not just watch, just practice. We try to upload this to YouTube and Facebook, right? And we send you link, this lecture. Make sense? Good, good, good. So do previous again on time. And keep in mind, our goal not to predict what you have on this test. Whatever they give you, you will solve because you're smart kids. Okay? This about it. So I will send you this after my meeting, maybe try before meeting right now. And this about it. Try to do it. And some kids who skipping class and asking only every time about lecture is not a good idea. When you hear somebody knows, I will give you a hint. Some nice kid, his first name is V and the second is Z. Nice kid, VZ, it's secret for everybody. Try to be in my lecture. This is more helpful just watching this, okay? Good. So everybody, if you don't get somehow lecture, because now we have some difficulties with this Google, because sun activity works not like usual, let us know. But doing homework must and send us this preliminary, okay? In order AI check it. If you don't have any questions, have a nice evening. Be strong, be well, enjoy math. Bye.